You're watching Southland Conference football on ESPN, live from Provost Humphrey Stadium in Beaumont, Texas. Sam Houston Bearcats rolling into town to take on the Lamar Cardinals. Hi, everybody. I'm Dan Gresham alongside Lemont Williams. Lemont, what opposing opposites we have
Yeah.
here. We have a team that everybody said, okay, we understand, so young, first year head coach, don't have much of a chance this year. On the other side, one of the most experienced, proven teams in the Southland Conference, and Sam Houston, nationally ranked. On paper, that's the way it looks. How does it look as it plays out on the field today?
Well, you have Lamar coming back home. As you can see, they're 1-2, winning their rivalry game against
Sure.
McNeese last week, in an impressive, complete game, in my opinion, on the road. And at 1-2, coming back home, they have to have a lot of confidence. And Dan, I really believe they're going to try to give their all to Sam Houston in the
Of
first
course,
half.
you also have a team that scored 71 points on another nationally ranked team
Yeah.
last week, Sam over Nichols. All right, so let's talk about impact players. We're going to be keeping an eye on both quarterbacks, right?
Yeah, we're going to start with Sam Houston State and Eric Switz. So you can see him right there in the shot. He's out of the Woodland, Texas, a junior quarterback. He's a big, strong arm quarterback at 6'1", 180 pounds, and then he can light it up.
So you can
He
see
can
him
go
right
deep.
there
He
in
can
the
hit you
shot.
across the middle.
He's
As
out
you
of
see
the
these
Woodland.
highlights right here. Look at that arm and the accuracy to be able to throw between two defenders. Smith is an improvement player with a lot of experience, going high to his receiver right there in that highlight, and also dumping it down to pick up some small yards.
Well, and also I think you have to highlight that while he is maybe the star of the team, they've got a lot of ways to hurt you, whether it's from the backfield or the wideouts. We'll get into all that as the game goes on. Let's switch sides now. Talk a little bit about Lamar, as you mentioned, coming off an overtime win, the first for their head coach, and in fact, the first for this team, period.
Yeah, an impressive game there by Jalen Dumay, the junior quarterback out of Oakland, California. A dual threat quarterback. You can definitely tell he's a big frame quarterback at 6'2", 220. Look at the arm strength here on the road against McNeese last week. Oh, that was a great pass there, Dan. And the small little window rolling out to his left-hand side, but also finding his receiver. He was a playmaker last week for Lamar on the road, as you see him now rolling out again with a play action pass.
And Lamar does run the triple option, so we'll get a chance to see that as well. We expect lots of offense, and we hope not lopsided. That as we get ready for some Saturday afternoon football.
I want to help people.
I want to be a part of the solutions of tomorrow.
I want to turn my passion for helping others into action.
In times of uncertainty, being a nurse is how I will make a difference.
My professors have taught me human resources is about putting people first.
I've learned how to better the world around me at Lamar University.
Our moment is here.
Our moment is now.
Make the most of it at Lamar University.
I'm a regular guy, not some celebrity endorser. You see, instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson to hype the same old run-of-the-mill account, Kasasa Checking gives that money directly back to you in the form of cash rewards. In fact, he just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at FCT Credit Union.
A heartfelt thanks to the National Football Foundation for leading our sport over an astounding 7 decades. During those years, the NFL never once buckled under the weight of preserving and enriching the game of football.
When you see the young men on the football field to come from humble circumstances and to do great things, you know that football is doing its part.
Make the game as healthy as we can, because college football, it's the greatest thing ever invented.
We believe that the first step towards positive change is to stand as one.
Appreciate that, OG Kane. Appreciate that, boss. Orange or green blood, appreciate that.
Every voice has the power. We are a voice of change, bettering ourselves and our community.
Kindness is effortless.
Standing together through adversity,
serving our communities, peers, and teammates.
Together we can learn, teach, empower, and promote change.
Tragedy cannot bring us down.
We are one.
Beautiful afternoon for some football in Beaumont. Couldn't ask for much better. I mean, as far as temps go, it's kind of weird. You know, we're playing in the spring, Lemont, but you're looking at 59 degrees.
Perfect
at
football
kickoff. I mean, there are fall games that are a lot warmer than this one. So can't complain about the conditions. or conditioning, I wouldn't think. And, of course, we're ready for this one. 32nd play between these two teams. Sam Houston puts it into play. Lamar will have the first offensive possession. It's so weird now seeing that fair catch. Bring it out to the 25.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, you caught it at the 10.
Yeah.
But that's the way we play it these days. So Lamar will come out first. Starting lineup for Lamar, wideouts will be Marcellus Johnson, number 12. Also look on the other side, and you will see Eric Pizarro and Kirkland Banks, number 23. Maybe the really target to watch for Lamar. Starting quarterback will be Jalen Dumais, as you heard. Also expect to see Chaz Ward, number 7, the backfield. And again, don't be surprised to see the option run here pretty often. But first play, right up the middle with the handoff to Chaz Ward.
Yeah, and Lamar wants to continue to run the football as they did on the road against McNeese. They had a running game by committee out of that wishbone, misdirection formation style of offense. That's going to set up their passing game throughout this next few quarters, Dan. But what Dumais wants to do, he wants to be able to use his dual threat ability, but also take an opportunity to read the defense to give it to his running backs.
We talked about how opposing these programs are, one fresh under a new coach, the other 7 years into a coaching regimen. And when we talk about Sam Houston and, of course, Casey Keeler, but this is also a very experienced Sam Houston team.
Yes.
I mean, you've got a lot of guys with a lot of playing time, lots of seniors, lots of juniors. Look on the defense. And it's pretty much a smash mouth defense. They come right at you.
Oh, yeah, they fly around, makes a lot of plays. Right now, they're leading the team. I mean, leading the conference in the majority of the categories, and they come with a lot of experience as well. These with a great tradition defensively. Sam Houston, the Bearcats, going to come out and play aggressive and try to set that edge, as we see on this play right here.
As a host of white jerseys are more than ready for that sweep, and they're met at and dropped behind the line of scrimmage for Lamar. Among those coming up to make the stop for the Bearcats there is Braden Clopton. But again, all week long, because I heard him talking about Casey Willer talking about this is a position game. You play a team like this. You got the fullback, you got to take the fullback. You got the pitch, you got to take the pitch. We'll see what they can do. And again, like so many teams now, running that four-man front and just shooting every gap there. Big tackle that time by Jakari K, who was coming off a big game.
Yeah.
Had an interception last week.
Yeah.
And took it in for a touchdown.
And
so
there it is.
He's riding high.
And then there it is. Jakari K, the Southland Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Last week he had 6 stops. You talked about that interception. He ran back for a touchdown, and he had 2.5 sacks as well. Well, he's establishing himself here in Beaumont, Texas after that last play. Shooting the gaps and hitting Dumais right in the mouth on that last play. Excellent job there by the D tackle.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 16 for Lamar. Straight drop. Empty backfield, going to the man out. Not going to get much off of this as they go right to Jeremy Davis. Maybe 5, maybe 6 out of that one. So it's still going to wind up being 4th and very long. So Lamar will punt it away. Got a little bit better than 3 and out, but not much, and didn't gain much field position. So into the game for Lamar will come Enrique Carmona, the punter. He'll stand at about his own 26, kick this one away, and then we'll see that high-powered Bearcats offense. This one's going to bounce backwards, so Sam Houston will get good field position, start just outside their own 30-yard line. Let's set the offense real quick for the Bearcats. Eric Schmidt, as we mentioned, the quarterback. Ramon Jefferson in the backfield with him. Look for Chandler Harwin. Jaquez Ezzard, also very prominent in this offense. But they can also hurt you with the tight end, Isaac Scaling, across the middle.
We talked about this earlier, Dan, how the Bearcats has multiple weapons and multiple playmakers as well. You pick your poison. You don't know who they're going to go to at any given time. And it just seems like if they don't get out to a fast start or a strong offensive start, then that's their only downfall because they have the playmakers.
Now, they struggled early against Nichols last week and couldn't get the offense rolling really until, about 3/4 of the way through the first half. But once they did, they were on. And big play teams, like you said, it's not unusual for them to come up with the home run pass or, turn. I think we've seen their running backs, bounce one off a trap and turn it into a 60-yard run. So,
I mean, what they want to do is spread you out early and often, and want to take advantage of what kind of coverage you're in. You see Eric Smith going with the dink and dump just down real quick to get it out to his tight end to kind of get a flow offensively, and they want to try to set the tempo as well on the road.
He did. He had Isaac Scaly, who picks up a first down. Look from behind, running out of the shotgun. Like to spread you out. You see two wideouts to the top, another in motion. Going to swing it out in the flats. What a great play. Wide open. And again, taking off, streaking down the sideline that time is Isaac Shaley. And he was wide open.
Yeah. Shaley with a back-to-back receptions for the Bearcats. As we can see in this replay, he comes underneath as a play-action pass. You can see him underneath there to get the reception wide open. The misdirection route there by the tight end to be able to free himself up for the reception and the first down.
Drop into the flats, finds his man again this time, and breaking a tackle and getting down to about 16-yard line that time. It looks like it's going to be Arnett with the catch.
Yeah, Arnett with the strong run after getting the reception there on that pass play. But if you're Lamar, you cannot afford to miss any tackles, especially in the open field, Dan. You got to have sound tackling on the outside, especially on those corners, because, again, Sam Houston's one of those teams, one play you can miss, and they can go the distance for a touchdown.
Well, here they are knocking on the door inside the red zone at the 15. Schmidt's going to run it himself wide open, right up the middle, walks into the end zone for the touchdown. And Sam Houston wasting no time getting on the board.
No, smart play there by Eric Schmidt. He knew exactly what he wanted to do when he took that ball from the center. As you can see, he looked off the receiver, but watch the Jets as he runs down the middle of Broadway to get into the end zone for the first touchdown for the Bearcats on the road here in Beaumont, Texas.
That was quick.
Opening drive, first touchdown.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But we knew this coming in that, that's the kind of high-powered offense the number 7 team in the nation possesses. Point after is good. So visiting team jumping off quickly here. Can the Lamar Cardinals respond? We'll find out. Southland Conference football continues here on ESPN.
The Spring Savings Event is at Kia of West Palm Beach. Get a 2021 Kia K5 LXS for $179 per month.
Yeah, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. That Jackson State, Alabama State game, man, it's getting real interesting right now.
Money is power, so Boost Mobile finds ways to help you keep more of it. Get unlimited data for $30 per line per month and a free phone when you switch.
Now, if you ask Georgia fans, Georgia Tech won the last national championship in that state. Does that make them the best team in that state right now?
We're looking at 53 degrees currently here in Beaumont. And again, temperature's a little ice cold when it comes to Lamar's offense. They have not been able to generate much of all. I was sitting here looking at things, at the stats here, and you're talking about passing. They've 6 of 15 for 49 yards and rushing a total of 17 yards. So you do the math there, and you're talking 66 total yards of offense for Lamar. That's tough. And again, come crashing back to earth after last week's win over McNeese in overtime. But again, facing a team that's now number 7 in the nation. I did want to mention that, when we were talking about that, there are a couple of polls that people look at. You have the NCAA coaches poll, and then you have the FCS stats perform FCS national rankings. And I saw a little blip that said that this is the first time in 30 polls.
Imagine having recruits on campus and they say, "Ooh, let me see your national championships." Well, here's Miami's 5. And then Georgia goes into the janitor closet, bring out a couple mops and buckets and stuff. And then behind the little glass, a little dusty glass, you see the 1980. They put it in there and almost forgot about it.
Exerting that, power and that strength here against a very young inexperienced Lamar team to the advantage of 38 points. Let's look at a couple of highlights here for Lamar. And as we mentioned, the defense at times really showed some strength.
Yeah, they
all of the Georgia fans that saw their last national championship
you can see right here
are probably, planning their own funerals right now.
Quarter was able to pick that ball off from Eric Smith.
Yeah,
but then,
Kyron Norwood coming up with the interception there.
Then I thought they had some positives offensively running the football. You can see here the freshman Jalen Jackson was able to get to the outside edge, and defensively they brought a lot of pressure up front as well. You can see right there, I think that's Martin, the linebacker, is also able to bring him down. And I thought Lamar was competing defensively. It's just their offense couldn't give them a break, and they stayed on the field too long.
I agree. And, when they've been hurt defensively, a lot of that's been on big plays.
Yeah.
Not necessarily sustained drives like grind it out, but they've just been able to hit on some pretty big plays. But that is the MO of their offense. There was another good hit right there, produced the turnover, and, of course, have not been able to capitalize when they have come up with the turnovers. All right, I want to mention a couple of scores, and we'll try to get this scoreboard up for you.
I feel kind of young right now because the last time Georgia won a natty is older than me.
Update that for you, and we'll also get you ready.
I'm like 9 years younger than Georgia's last natty.
As we continue here from Provost Humphreys Stadium, Lamar again trailing Sam Houston 38-0.
Have you guys ever seen those diamond testing videos on YouTube? I think at this moment they might have to go back and test the diamonds on Georgia's last natty. I don't think those rings are real anymore.
Behind the Ed Morse name is a story of a man with a vision. And as we celebrate what would have been my grandfather's 100th birthday, we celebrate a legacy that lives on. Ed Morse presents 75 years of excellence.
Work hard or play hard. Frustration.
How old were you when the last time Georgia won their natty?
Searching for a new home shouldn't be overwhelming. Crestwind Palm Beach has a simple recipe to help you find the right 55-plus community. Build your ideal home and enjoy life. Convenient to Palm Beach County's best. This is active adult living designed for the way you want to live. It's your move. Visit in person.
You know those them videos they always put together where they were like this day plus that day equals that day, and this person died on that day, so this adds up. When are they going to come out with a Georgia version to add up to why they haven't won a natty in 41 years?
Mr. Buble, not again. Just fixing a little typo, Gladys. Oh, what's this? Buble bounce?
Yeah, a little caffeine, no calories. It's great.
I see Lou came in here with ammunition.
Kick caffeine. Just what I needed to fix all this. Did you pronounce it bounce or bounce? Yeah, Buble bounce.
That's not how it's pronounced.
No calories, no sweeteners, just a kick of caffeine.
Imagine losing to South Carolina on a regular basis.
Three Arrigos? Jeep Adventure dude, Johnny Arrigo. Or Ram Truck Guy, Johnny Arrigo. I can't take more than two Johnny.
Two great sales are happening now at Arrigo, Florida's #1 volume dealer. Get new Grand Cherokees from $259 a month during the Jeep Celebration event. Or save up to $12,000 on new Rams during Ram Truck Month.
For the lowest price and the biggest selection, you gotta go Arrigo.
At Metro by T-Mobile, we know you work hard.
Hey Lou, I'm Jamaican. We don't do the boyfriend things. Even if you're a boy and you're my friend, I would never call you my boyfriend. We don't do that, so wife it out.
We're for those who love
Pause.
to discover, who know an open mind is the only kind, who don't need to travel to find something new, who know where to escape, even just for a moment.
What is 2 + 1?
Find a gem, and who know when you spend less, you can discover even more. And never, ever
Can
stop
somebody in the
discovering.
chat tell me what is 2 + 1?
Spend less, discover more. At TJ Maxx and Marshalls.
We mentioned it was a shortened season, obviously, for the Southland Conference, and to play it all is kind of surprised, I'm sure, some people because canceled.
Nobody? 2 + 1? Oh, okay, there we go. There we go.
If they wanted to, and some did decide to play. Others.
Okay, now 2 + 1. That equals 3.
Again, 6 games. Everybody's
Championship
6,
levels that Georgia has not reached yet.
So other games
3.
being played. Southeastern losing to UAW.
Imagine watching Miami win 5 natties after you won 1.
Next opponent will be Southeastern. And their last opponent.
Imagine starting off the 80s, winning the first championship. Hashtag 1980.
Yeah, some
and then you watch the whole world goes by.
Across the board.
If anybody in the chat ever watched the movie Life, that's Georgia.
Last week and
Life
tough opponent.
With Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
There are no easy opponents.
They stayed in that jail, that prison, and just watched the world go by. That's Georgia. They sat back and watched college football just go by.
Southland Conference season, because as of July, both of these teams will be moving over to the Western Athletic Conference. And a lot of questions about how that works out with football, because, again, you have teams that are, in the WAC that, there are a lot of questions. Let's just leave it at that have yet to be answered about how it's going to work and how you're going to play and travel. And I've heard a lot of different things about.
Now, if you watch Coach Hayes football, then you know he got the poor little Timmy shirts. They should make one especially for Georgia. Poor little Georgia shirts. Poor little puppies.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Eric Smith coming back out as a starting quarterback for Sam Houston after having a really productive first half.
Nah, Uncle Lou didn't run away. Trust me, Uncle Lou could do this for days, man.
And rushing for 2.
He could do this for days. I'll probably run out of material before he does.
The design quarterback keeper, he was smart enough to get down before he took that shot.
He really was, because he just ran in. Previous play is under review, but Anthony Ruffin.
What up, Pat? What's going on, boss?
Was just standing
yeah, man. Shout out to FSU. They won their game today. They'll probably lose the next one.
The quarterback gave up his running ability and slid.
Well, he went under him. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they say. And, of course, every replay requires a jog for a while to put the headset on because – the referee talks to the replay official who's upstairs. Here it is again.
You can see he surrenders there, and he takes a shot to the head.
Well, but to me, he slides under. I mean, if there had been direct contact, I could see that.
Yeah, the Deshaun Watson stuff that's going on, I don't know too much about it. I just heard Skip and Shannon was talking about it. But if any of the stuff that's true,
except he goes down.
That's crazy. Yeah. Now, from what I'm hearing about the football teams, they still interested. They all still want Deshaun.
Protect the quarterback.
Well, exactly. Where any contact helmet to helmet is deemed to be unnecessary.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he's called for targeting.
I wouldn't be surprised either. See the conversation going on. And COVID protocols, even though here in the state of Texas, the face mask mandate has been lifted. The Southland Conference and these schools electing to stick to the protocols because it is still an issue. And obviously the other problem is, see what the call is. So no penalty called. It'll be second down.
I think that was a smart decision not to call him for targeting, even though it was a bang play.
Oh, and intent, I don't, like I say, I think him going down may have put it in a situation where his head's lower. So 2nd and 8 for Sam Houston, operating at their own 26-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Schmidt goes to the sidelines, finds his intended receiver, who is pushed out of bounds, and it's going to be Udai.
Yeah, Udai was able to find that little crease in the zone defense in that 2-by-2 set by Sam Houston. He was able to sneak in right behind the outside linebacker to be able to pick up that reception and get the first down for the Bearcats.
Nah, I didn't see that, but I'm going to definitely have to check it out.
Boy, there's a bullet. Didn't quite
Anything. I don't know if anybody watches SEC shorts, but those videos are always hilarious. Shout out to those guys and girls that make those videos.
On the outside by Desmond Veals. Going back the other way. Ooh, lots of black shirts there. A nice reception committee from Lamar, as they weren't fooled by that.
I'll tell you one thing though, Pat. If they find out that he's innocent,
they're not giving up despite
they just basically ruin that man's reputation. Because it's always going to be in the back of people's mind about that.
Blocks and be able to get there, swarm to the football, as we used to say when I played football and defense, and everybody was there to make a group tackle.
Out of the shotgun, 3rd and 12. Straight drop, looks downfield, goes for the long ball, and coming up with a tremendous catch. Wow, that was really not only because it was such a pinpoint pass, but the fact that the reception, Brendan Tibbs.
Oh, my goodness.
Check this out.
Look at the arm strength by Smith to be able to find Brendan Tibbs. Throw off his
what
back
concentration, though.
Yeah.
Falling down backwards, pulls it in, and comes up with a huge catch. So it's going to make it 1st and 10 from the 20. Sam Houston knocking on the door again. Wow, I think he just intentionally.
Now, if you give Sam Houston the Georgia Bulldog staff, I think they'd find a way to lose this game.
Over there on the sideline, shy, but was over his head.
Yeah, it just seems like Smith is in the groove as far as throwing the ball deep. I don't care who you insert as the wide receiver position. He has the accuracy, and he's putting the ball. He's dropping dimes. He's putting the football in a location where only his receiver can make the play and get the reception.
It's like he's checking off here, putting a back in the backfield. And, in fact, gives it to him. And he's going to wind up picking up about 10 yards. Nice carry that time by Noah Smith. Smith now adding to his totals on the evening.
Good change up there by Sam Houston offensively. They go with the 5.
Hey, Pat, I didn't start it. Lou did.
Texas up the middle. Just a change of pace. And with the speed, fresh legs, was able to push the power to get into the red zone.
Bearcats knocking on the door again. Going to stick with a pass. Lots of pressure, but Smith decides to run it in. He's going to find the end zone.
Oh, my goodness.
How in the world he was surrounded, found a lane, and then scampers in for the touchdown.
It's safe to say now that Eric Smith is a dual-threat quarterback. I mean, he has 3 rushing touchdowns here in Beaumont, Texas, and he's putting on a performance, especially on that last series, as we see the blitz package come. But look at Eric Smith, eluding defenders and getting away using his speed to get his 3rd rushing touchdown tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just keeping his head, though, when he was surrounded and able to find a seam and go 10 yards into the end zone for the touchdown.
Then it's safe to say he's the Southland Conference Player of the Week going into next week.
Well, you would certainly think so after that performance. Anyway,
yeah, believe it or not, man, Uncle Lou is actually my favorite YouTuber when it comes to this college football stuff.
45-0 now with 12.
I know he does a lot of trolling, but I find it entertaining.
In this 3rd period.
Yeah, that offensive series there, you can see again in this replay from Eric Smith. Look at the pressure coming from Lamar, but he was able to elude the tech and get away from defenders by using his quickness and speed to get away from them and get his 3rd rushing touchdown. Impressive play there by the quarterback. Look, 1 defender, 2, 3, 4. He's breaking ankles.
There's another
out there.
one, 5, and then
he's breaking ankles out there, Dan.
And then I love the way that once he crosses, he kind of turns around and looks back like he was behind me. Because you're not in front of me, and that's all that matters.
Like catch me if you can type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So Hearn comes on for the ensuing kickoff. Nice deep high kick. Come down at about the 3-yard line. It's going to be picked up there. Banks out to the 15. Got a little bit of room out to the 25, carrying 2 players with him. And finally bumped out at the 30-yard line.
See what happens when you do a kickoff return? You get some good yardage.
Yeah, I mean,
you get momentum going into your offense.
Even if it's just a couple of yards, it seems like, hey, okay, we're moving forward. Let's keep it going. Be interesting to see, and he is. He's as Blaine Morgan is going to stick with Austin Scott. Here it is off the bounce, picked up by Banks. Breaks up tackle there, another one there, and then drags two players to the sideline. Jazz Ward, who has not found much space to work with all evening, gets the carry. Ward on the evening with 13 yards, add 3 more, so that's 16 on the evening.
And then I go back to what I originally stated in the first half. If you're Lamar coming out of halftime, you want to establish your offensive rhythm, not just tonight in the second half, but also it's going to help you moving forward going into your next home game next Saturday, because you're playing consecutive teams. So it's like Lamar needs to find some kind of rhythm with Austin Scott at the quarterback position.
Found his intended receiver out of the backfield that time, and Jalen Jackson picks up the first down. Here's a look at it, just swings it straight out to him. Let Jackson really, it's just the back, running, like you say, the long handoff.
Yeah. It's like an extended handoff, but it gives your running back momentum to be able to catch the ball and make and turn upfield in space.
That's only Lamar's third first down of the evening, and this time kind of an end around, going to wind up being maybe good for 8 yards, I would think. Going to bring up a 2nd and 2.
And this is the rhythm I talked about, Dan. Lamar needs to establish here in the second half against Sam Houston. Just hit the reset button as far as with the scoreboard. But if you can establish consecutive plays and put together a healthy drive, that will build your confidence in this game.
No doing that time. Tried to just run a dive off the right side, and a whole host of Sam Houston players are there. As you can see, number 95, Joseph Wallace, coming up from the bottom of the pile. Talk, yeah. I'm sure friendly talk, going back, a little banter, right?
Okay, yeah.
Offense, defense.
Right now, we talked about Lamar having a young team and a young offensive line. They've been schooled throughout this game from the veteran and experienced defensive line of the Bearcats.
Yeah, you look across the front for Lamar, there's 4 freshmen on that interior line. Just a little bit behind Jackson, his intended receiver. Also a good play that time by Brendan Clopton, the linebacker, the redshirt freshman. And that is going to bring up a 4th and 3rd. Lamar forced to punt it away. Their 8th punt of the evening. So,
well, at least their punting is getting some work.
Yeah. Carmona has certainly had his opportunities. Kind of an end over end. Just trying to angle it out. I'm not sure, but it winds up going out at about the 22, and that's where Sam Houston will go to work, leading 45-0 over Lamar.
I want to help people. I want to be a part of the solutions of tomorrow.
I want to turn my passion for helping others into action.
In times of uncertainty, being a nurse is how I will make a difference.
My professors have taught me human resources is about putting people first.
I've learned how to better the world around me at Lamar University.
Our moment is here.
Our moment is now.
Make the most of it at Lamar University.
I'm a regular guy, not some celebrity endorsement.
Nah, no Sunday streams. Take some time off tomorrow.
Back to you in the form of cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing. free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Ask for free Casasa checking at FCT Credit Union.
My heartfelt thanks to the National Football Foundation for leading our sport over an astounding 7 decades. During those years, the NFL never once buckled under the weight of preserving and enriching the game of football.
When you see the young men on the football field to come from humble circumstances and to do great things, you know that football is doing its part.
Make the game as healthy as we can, because college football, it's the greatest thing ever invented.
We believe that the first step towards positive change is to stand as one.
Driven by adversity.
We strive to discover truth, mutual understanding, and the common good.
We achieve more together than we do apart.
Every voice has a power.
We are a voice of change, bettering ourselves and our community.
Kindness is effortless.
Standing together through adversity,
Serving our communities, peers, and teammates.
together we can learn, teach, empower, and promote change.
Tragedy cannot bring us down.
We are one.
Well, Eric Smith had a great game last week. There's no denying that. Completing 21 of 32, 366 yards, 6 touchdowns. In fact, he was just one short of the school record.
Oh, man.
Not like, well, I don't know.
Miami
He's still got a
baseball
quarter
team is
and a half to
performing
go.
terribly
Maybe he
right
will
now.
get the 6 touchdowns in the air, but he's already got a couple on the ground and a couple through the air. It doesn't look to be slowing down. I'm with you. I'm a little bit surprised that Coach Keeler still has him in the game. Of course, you scored 71 last week. There's that shot, just getting it out to Noah Smith out of the backfield, picking up the first down.
And I think Noah Smith is going to stay in the game at the running back position. Those fresh legs and his youth, they're going to kind of exploit that early in this third quarter to get their offense going again in the second half.
Yeah, Smith, as you said, gets the carry, and Smith, again, a sophomore out of Houston. Just 5'10", but, you look at Ramon Jefferson, they may be stretching it at 5'10". And there you see Jefferson on the sideline, number 4. And again, kind of looked like he might have tweaked his knee a little bit, but he doesn't appear to be.
You know what it could have been? That hit he took in the first half.
That's what I'm saying.
And he went into the locker room for halftime and then settled down. And he probably came back out and realized, hey, my knee does hurt.
Either that or, again, just why take a chance?
Yeah. That was a awkward shot he took, high-low situation.
But, you also wonder how a 6-game season plays into your coaching strategies as well. But, of course, they are going to have playoffs, so, you got to think about that too. You want to make a run deep into the playoffs, a shot at a national championship. There comes the rush, but a good
screen
dump on the screen and going to be a good pickup. Oh, breaks a tackle and is still going as he pushes it on down the field, and that is Ardoin with the pickup.
Yeah, you can definitely set play there for the wide receiver screen down the middle. As you saw, the defensive lineman close in on the quarterback. Good play call there by the offensive coordinator for the Bearcats because they sucked right into it and was able to take advantage of it.
Sam Houston on the move again. Wow, look at this. All the way down to the 5-yard line, but by this point, they have pretty much worn down Lamar's defense. Nice pickup that time. On the run by Shiley, the tight end. And it's going to set up a 1st and goal to go for Sam Houston. Out of the shotgun. Is it right
Yo.
up the middle? Good play that time. Up
Yo, what up, bro?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, chilling.
Not by Lamar, but
Hey.
also by the linebackers.
Yeah, I know you heard that news about Ja'Cory.
They smelled that from the beginning.
Oh,
Dallas
Ja'Cory
Martin
Brown.
coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, you know he's down here for the weekend.
Bearcats is going
Yeah, him and Isaiah Bond.
in this
Bond.
third quarter, especially in the red zone.
Yeah, man. They said that thing is looking good, bro.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, I think they're both gonna commit.
But give it to the first man.
I think they're right now. I think they're talking about being like a package deal.
Tackling that time by Lamar.
That's definitely what it sounded like. But they said he's down here for the whole weekend. He wasn't even down here for like a day and he's here up until tomorrow.
For Sam Houston.
Yeah, our shots with him pretty solid. I mean, even when the show that Brad did, he had him on there.
Yeah.
And he pretty much was saying, you know, that Lamar, I'm saying Lamar. He pretty much said that, you know, Ja'Cory Brown was feeling Miami.
Touchdown of the evening.
Yeah, he don't got no other visit with anybody either.
I miscounted.
So he's not even going around the country, nothing. This is only visit.
Four on the ground.
Yeah, hopefully we go ahead and sign him. Well, you know, get the commit.
Yeah, get the commit. I agree. I think he said he's going to commit on the 26th or the 27th.
I think it was the 26th. He said he wanted to do it before the whole deadline.
Is actually still the leading rusher. He's got
that's gonna be big for us, bro.
I gotta believe that Eric Smith can't be.
All these people keep laughing at us that we only got one commitment for 2022. And I'm like, all right, I'll keep laughing.
They don't understand it's early.
But also lead
exactly.
Yeah,
they don't understand too. Manny brewing up that that transfer portal. I think Manny trying to go for a one shot, bro.
Beaumont, Texas. He's thrown for 340.
I think right now he in a great position with all the team members that came back.
I really like the voice of
you know, experience him on the line and all that. I think he's trying to collect all the pieces to make a run.
Allowing his blockers to set up the block in for his fourth rushing touchdown.
You know, this is third year, so this is kind of evaluation year. So he got to strike gold this year.
I mean,
exactly.
His dad.
Go ahead.
If not, you know, making it all the way, at least ACC championship game.
Yeah, and see that's my thing, bro. I mean, I don't have no unrealistic expectations. But one thing that I do want to see us is to go to the ACC championship game and at least beat Clemson, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Minutes to play.
Yeah, and if we don't beat Clemson,
again,
at least keep it close.
Had success with the last.
Yeah, but we gotta look at it like this. I think, to be honest with you, I think this right now is the best time for us to win the ACC.
Yeah,
I mean, Trevor Lawrence ain't there.
Yeah, come out with
they got a new quarterback that they going in there with. Even though he did look pretty decent from what we've seen, but still, you know what I'm saying?
See right here.
Yeah.
But their leading rusher.
I mean,
ETN ain't there. Lawrence ain't there.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like
Smith
this would be the perfect time for us to strike
Jefferson when it comes to rushing for Sam Houston.
Yeah, I think so. I think, like I said, I think Manny trying to go for that one shot, man. I think he trying to pull a LSU this year.
You know, I don't know about you.
It can happen, bro. I mean, we got 21 returning players, 22 returning players.
19 out of 22.
19 out of 22.
Maybe I'll get in. Maybe I'll actually get
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Some game time. So you would expect
you go in that portal, grab some cornerbacks and linebackers.
Some of the second.
We Gucci.
Yes, I think so too. I'm still gonna say that I still think our biggest concern is gonna come down to quarterback play.
On defense,
you know, whether it's Derrick King or whoever, like for the season.
Well,
if we can have solid quarterback play, because I feel like
Lamar,
I feel like we're not going to sit out there and entertain D. Wiggins and Mark Pope if they're not catching the ball. I don't feel that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're going to end up leaving them out there and they just drop the ball.
I feel like with the amount of depth and the amount of receivers we have, we don't have time for it this year.
Nah, hell no. We got too much. We got too much depth at receiver. And that's what I'm saying. It all comes down to that quarterback play.
Last season, they got exposed.
Again, accumulating game time, getting that experience.
So it's not a secret to the fans. You know, they're dropping a lot of balls. They're dropping balls when they could have won key games and stuff like that. So if they come out and they're doing it this year, it can't slide.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's
exactly guys like Rob Likens and then Reed Lashley, the fans gonna start looking at them like, hey, maybe it's my fault they can't catch.
Exactly. And
what did y'all teach them?
Not just that, we're gonna be looking at Red Lashley like, bro, Why you sitting out here having these receivers that can't catch the ball, and you still got them out there getting majority of the snaps?
Sam Houston with 17 first downs.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got too much talent. We got too much depth at receiver. Like that. That's why I'm not worried about. My biggest concern is on the offensive side of the ball. If it's going to be Derrick King, is this him and his year, and he's finally going to be able to?
And he throws it away.
Take us to the next level. If he's healthy enough, or if it ain't him,
that time as Jalen Phillips.
If somebody, whether it's TVD or Jay Garcia, can one of them put together a good enough year so we can be respectable out here?
Excited.
And actually make some noise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still feel we're gonna live or die at that quarterback.
Trying to get to the officials, as you see right there. Smart play there by the young man.
And if I was Reed Lashley, I'll take advantage of Matoka too, because kid can run. King can run. Can you imagine having him or one of the other quarterbacks in the backfield?
Yeah, freshman.
You got to run. You got to run or pass option right there.
Exactly. You can run the and you know what? They're trying to. They're trying to make TBD sound like he could be an RPO quarterback, but he's not. That's one thing that I ain't gonna lie. That coming out of these practices and these interviews and. They're trying to, TVD, he got some legs. He got some legs. I'm like, man, bro, TVD ain't got no legs like that, man. Come on.
Left hand, right hand.
Not the way they make. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know Matoka got legs. We know he can get out there and run.
Yeah, from what I've seen from the highlights we played the other night, I seen TVD ran like one time.
Exactly.
One time.
And he got bigger.
Hey, look.
They say he's up to what, 220 now?
This week.
TVD?
Yeah, he's probably a more accurate Tim Tebow right now.
You're a freshman. The chance.
Hey, that's a good comparison right there.
First year.
I mean, you can run the ball like a fullback, but running it, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Take off the way that a Derrick King or the way we saw Perry take off. I don't think we'll get that out of
Perry, or even now with the quarterbacks. Jay can get out there. Jay can move. Matoka can get out there and move. See, this is my fear. This is my fear of going with TBD, right? Especially game one. If he's a statue out there, it's a wrap.
And another thing that crossed the mind too is look at the kind of quarterbacks that Reed Lashley go after. He's not looking for no pocket present.
No,
he's looking for dual threats.
Exactly.
Look at Ja'Cory Brown. Look at Jay Garcia, the two that he went after.
Yep. Exactly. Because I mean that fits his offense. It fits his system.
Got the P part of VIP.
I think if they do give Tyler Van Dyke the nod, if at any given point he mess up and Jake Garcia come in and start being mobile, he's lost.
Yeah, of course. I agree.
Trips to the wide side.
I agree. I mean, and granted, they make they sounded like Derrick King. They just put you saw a video they put out for Derrick King.
Yeah,
3-minute video. I mean, obviously they're showing that he's working and he's progressing himself back and all that stuff. And that's great, bro. But at the same time, man, the biggest question mark gonna be all year is how long is that gonna last?
And my question too is, you seen how the timing with him and the receivers was off last year when he was throwing the deep ball.
Yep.
And during the middle of the season or whatever, he kind of got it down a little bit. But
yeah, he got it better. Yeah.
Now you got new receivers coming in too. What's going to be the time and what's going to be the chemistry between him and them? Because this whole spring he's not practicing.
And that's going to be big. I mean, granted, yeah, you got some summer workouts and all that stuff, and then we got fall camp. But I mean, unless the only thing is, unless Derrick King is going to be able to get these receivers during the summer. On the season, right? Because I believe possibly in the summer he's going to be able to throw, and because he already said that he's going to be able to jog soon. So obviously him going to be able to throw and go through all his little routines is not that far away. So unless he's going to be able to get these receivers in the summer, because remember we got all the boys, we got 3 boys coming in the summer. We got Brashard Smith coming, we got Romello coming, and we got Jacoby George coming, right? So we got all three young bulls coming in the summer. Unless he gets with them in the summertime and say, hey, man, let's work, and he gets all the receivers and say, hey, let's work, then we might not have to worry about that. But that's if that happens.
Yeah. Now, I do know if I would say any receivers that would be down to do it with him, I know Mike Harley probably be the number one.
Yeah.
And
Harley,
for sure. And I think with Rambo coming in, he has something to prove. I think he'd be down to do it. So
yeah,
I know if it comes down to it, then he comes back summertime ready to practice and want to get one-on-one with some receivers or even have a couple of them out there. I know some of them will.
Right.
Some of them need that extra rep.
Hey, Bahamas got a question for you, bro. The bottom.
Where we at?
He said, question to the panel, TVD plays okay enough against Bama and King comes back. Who starts?
I think Manny is soft at heart, so King's going to start. I think he's going to look at it like, look, we brought King in. He did wonders for us last year. We owe it to him. If he's ready to go and he's at 100, I think he's going to put him in.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, you got to look at it, too. This is King's absolute last year. He don't have a second chance. Whereas Tyler Van Dyke or Jake Garcia, they got years of eligibility left.
Yep.
So, I mean, if Tyler Van Dyke looked great, unfortunately, King got to get his reps. He got to build his stats for the NFL and stuff. I know it's unfair, but as a coach, he got to show that example. Like, hey, man, I'm for all the players.
Listen, the only way I can see this possibly happening, right, where Derek King loses his job, is if something magical happens against Alabama, right? Whether it's TVD or Jake Garcia or whatever. If King can't go, right? This is me saying if King can't go, I think something magical has to happen in order for that question to be like, hey, man, I don't know. Do we bring King back in, or you know what I'm saying, or King gets hurt, obviously, then next man up type situation.
Nah, I see if let's say a Jake Garcia or a Tyler Van Dyke go out there against Alabama, and they go like, let's say 30 for 40, no interceptions, couple touchdowns under them, then it's gonna be tough for us to even evaluate putting King over them.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point I'm making. Yeah, exactly. I agree. That's the only way, and I don't foresee that happening like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think it's King's job to lose, and I think the only way King loses is his knee. Obviously, we're gonna see what happens when he takes a couple of them shots to that leg, bro. And
yeah, me personally, I want King to be 100% for game one, because that'll eliminate the quarterback question of who's starting. I mean, it's still gonna be a battle for who's the backup, but at least we'll know for sure King's a starter, and we know what he did last season.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think if I was Manny, if some point in the summer King is 100% and he's ready to go, and that's quarterback number one, I don't think he should put it out to the media. I don't think he should let not even us as fans know. He should keep it on the wraps.
Yep.
King is if he's at 100, tell everybody he had 75.
Yeah.
Come game time, let Nick Saban have to figure out, okay, do we practice for King? Do we practice for Tyler Van Dyke? Do we practice for Jake Garcia? Keep his whole mindset for the first half gone, because when he go in the locker room second half, he's gonna make his adjustments regardless.
Yeah. You know what I was gonna say? The differences with Alabama coming into the season compared to last season, as far as preparing for us. I mean, last year you had Mac Jones. Mac Jones really he's not no RPO. He doesn't get out there and run. But now with Bryce Young, they're gonna be able, if they want Bryce to mimic Derek King, they can. So I mean, they're definitely gonna be ready for Derek King, because they their quarterbacks dual threat themselves.
Yeah.
He can get out there and move and make people miss and all that same stuff that King could do. So I mean, I think they're going to be ready. I think Alabama is not going to be ready for if King can't go.
It will be a vapor.
Obviously, there's not enough film on TVD or Jake Garcia or Matoka or whatever. That's going to be that question mark for them. But I think they're going to be ready for King though.
Yeah, King got a whole season under his belt, so they'll know what they expect.
Exactly, they'll know what they expect.
I think what'll throw them off a little bit though is if the O-line played better than they did.
Oh, big time.
And you'll start another season.
Because some of those plays are, that Reed Lashley couldn't run last season. I think he'll be able to open up the playbook a little bit more this season.
Yeah,
because of O-line, because of the experience. Because last season he really did what he could, with the low trust in the O-line.
Yeah, definitely. Again, I think we all know Derek King is a competitor. He's a hell of a player. I think our always going to be in the back of our mind is he going to make them deep ball throws? Right? I think that's the only, when it comes to him, it's like the only question is he going to throw them strikes? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to make them throws that's going to be for the receiver and out of bounds? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And another question too is, are them deep balls gonna be caught? That's a question too.
And that's another question. Are those deep balls gonna be caught? And that's why I'm hoping, bro, to be honest with you, I'm hoping we see more Redden out there. Redden's a big boy. You know what I'm saying? Redden's a big boy. That boy like 6'5", dog. I wouldn't mind seeing him out there and throw a little go route, put it in the back of the end zone where it's just between him and the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, make them kind of throw, because even if King overthrows it, right, he's big enough to go get it.
I want to see Lashley run some 4 receiver sets too.
I definitely want to see some 4 receiver sets, and I don't want to see Pope on the outside. If you gonna run Pope, put Pope on the inside, man. I don't know why we keep running Pope on that outside, though. I don't know why. Because even when he was at South Ridge in high school, he played the slot, bro. He didn't play the outside. He was always coming on the inside. So
when we first get the ball on Alabama, the first 2 plays I want to see them go deep on them. That's the first thing I want to see. The first play of the game. First play, first down we get. Yep. Go deep. Second play, go deep again.
Yeah. Bro, because Alabama gonna play the box. I mean, let's be honest, bro. We know majority of our offense is on the ground. Let's be real. Whether it's through our running game or whether it's through Derek King out of the RPO, we already know this. So they gonna be loading that box, and I'm with you, bro. Take them shots. Take that shot downfield. Load up 4 wide receivers. Spread them out. Spread them out and take a shot. Show them that we're not the same team we was from last year.
Bahama says, I think Bama will be prepared for whoever, unless Tyler Van Dyke or one of the other guys are world beaters. I can't see why Alabama can't be prepared. If anything, Nick Saban will do his game plan.
Exactly. And I agree with Bahama saying, because that's what I was saying. I was like, they're already going to know what Derek King going to do, because they got Bryce Young who can mimic him, right? But TVD or Jake Garcia or whoever, that's who they don't have film on. They're going to have to learn as the game goes on, right? So that's kind of an advantage for us, but a disadvantage because these kids have no tape. But I think they're going to be ready for King, bro, regardless.
Now, if I'm Reed Lashley, Alabama is going to have a spy on King.
Of course, bro.
So if King is ready and he's out there, they're going to have a spy. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. That's one player out there that's going to be obligated to him. So you got somebody going to be open on each play.
Yep. On the Lamar campus. And look, if you run that spy, bro, see, this is the thing where it gets tricky. If we run a spread and we throw 4 receivers out there, or even 5 receivers out there, right? We go 5 receivers, or we have Mallory go ahead and get off the line and line up as a receiver.
Fine.
They're gonna have to be careful with that spot.
Do you know
You get what I'm saying? It's going to force him to say, man, should we throw a spy on him or, you know, because then what's going to happen, like you said, somebody's going to be open.
Yep. Hopefully Mallory be ready by season start because right now he out in spring too.
Yeah. I heard his injury was cleanup, just like Nesta. They were cleanup surgeries.
Yeah,
so shoulders. So they should be fine, bro. I don't think we have to worry about them. Him on Nesta, I think they're gonna be good. It was nothing major. They just went and cleaned up. Cleaned up some cartilage, torn cartilage or some shit they were talking about.
Yeah, hopefully Garcia will be straight too.
Don't get a whole lot of
yeah, man. But I told you, bro, Garcia's gonna be. Listen, that's the thing. Garcia starting Monday, bro. He's full.
Lamar.
Lashley only kept him pretty much like he was doing drills. He was out there doing stuff, but he wasn't full. But come Monday, that competition with him and TVD is there. It's live. Start Monday.
Monday come down. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna just watch all the King fans see that little 3-minute second or 2-minute video, and then they're gonna be like all the Tyler Van Dyke stuff going out the window.
Oh, when they see Jay Garcia.
Yep, it's gonna be. That's what I'm telling. That's why I be trying to tell people, man. Sit back and watch the competition play out from these little 3-minute videos that they give us.
Not a shutout.
Because at the end of the day, we ain't gonna be able to see nothing to really, compare them.
Yeah.
That's why I was with the whole videos that the Gators do.
Yeah, I watched that shit.
They do episodes.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, I'm seeing them get in depth with the practices and everything. Look at their running back drills.
Yep.
Austin Scott.
And they always televise their springs too. That's something that I wish we that obviously we're gonna do it now, but we should always do that. I don't know why we don't do that. They always televise their spring games too. UF.
You always want that shutout.
You can always watch it.
That's because they always had the SEC network. See, we just recently picked up ACC network. But to me, the ACC network, they too stubborn, man.
Or the touchdown. There's only
I know, bro.
Stubborn because all these cable providers or whatever, half of them don't even have it.
Into the end zone.
Yeah, I know.
And then we talked about Lamar being a young team.
So I mean, and it's not like they have an app where you can pay for it or anything like that.
Imagine this young man as he's developing.
Yeah, you gotta tell me, bro. Like every time, like, because I know you know about Fubo and I think it's Fubo. Yeah, I use the Fubo app, bro. So like for last year, I pretty much I get the app just so I could be able to watch the games and not televised. ACC network because I got Comcast, so I can't get no damn ACC network.
See, I could watch it through Hulu, but I'm gonna have to wait till the week of the spring game to do the free trial or whatever. Because I don't want to pay no $50 a month for Hulu live.
That shit's trash, bro.
40 and then to the 38-yard line.
Because I was on mine the other day, and I'm like, they're like, do you want to start a free trial? I'm like, nope, hell no, not now. Next month.
Good job.
They need to get this ACC network on TV, bro.
Get that one all the way back.
And the thing too, if you stream any of those games, they're gonna shut that shit down. Every time I do any videos, I try to manipulate it to where they can't even tell that I'm using Miami Hurricane video. But they copyright everyone on.
Bro, those streams are so terrible, bro. That's the reason why I end up getting that Fubo app, bro. That Fubo TV app, bro. Them streams are so terrible, bro. They're like 10, 15 minutes behind. And it be lagging.
Yeah, see, when I used to watch the links that Coop gave out, I normally stay away from social media and everything. Because then I'll be seeing people posting scores and I'll be seeing people saying touchdown. And I'm like, I'm probably about 2-3 minutes behind.
6'2", 200.
Exactly. And the thing with me is I kept getting upset because it kept freezing. And then by the time it came back, I was even more behind with them damn them links. That's why I ended up just getting I just got the app. I said, man, fuck it, I'm just ride out with this.
Get reps or
How much does that app cost?
Our recovery.
It's like if you get the cheapest with just the ACC network, I think it's like 40 a month.
40 a month. That's
Yeah.
not bad. But you get
Just
all
get-
the other local channels and
They give you the local
ESPN and all
channel.
that.
You get the look like the only I just chose the cheapest and added ACC network. Or we'll choose the sports thing that comes with ACC network. That's it.
Jackson never had a chance.
It's pretty good though. But again, you could still do the free trial stuff too, bro. Just rock out the free trial and then because I got a feeling they're gonna mess with us, bro, this year. I think they're gonna put a lot of our games on the ACC network this year, bro.
Yeah.
Especially if we're doing good, they're gonna wanna get some people to come to the network to watch it.
I know for a fact that CCSU or whatever, you know, that non-conference game, the cupcake game.
Connecticut something.
Yeah. I guarantee you that's gonna be on ACC network.
Man, that game right there, boy. When we played them, the second game of the year, third game.
Third.
Man, I better see Jake Garcia out there for the whole game.
Man, I'm telling you, that game is gonna be the cupcake game.
That game we better win by like 70.
That should have been the first game.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I'm glad that we got Alabama before they even get anything going.
Intercepted in and out of the hands.
Yeah.
Back.
But at the same time, it's still a bad thing for us because we ain't get nothing going either.
Played his high school football here.
Not at all.
Now spending time.
Man, I just don't want to get embarrassed on national television, bro. That's it, dog. I just don't want to see that, bro, to be honest. If we go out there and we lose by 2 scores, if we lose by 2 scores, bro, you know, I can take that, bro. I
just want us to win, though, to be honest.
No. I wanted to win, but at the same time, we know this is Alabama. That shit can get ugly, bro. We know how ugly this can get. You know, if we just think about this. Think about this for 1 second.
Strong that time.
If granted, Brent Venables is not the defensive coordinator at Alabama, right? Alabama DC he's all right. I mean, if we look at what Florida did to Alabama, I think we should look at that tape and watch how Florida played Alabama, right?
Yeah,
you get exposed. They have weaknesses in their defense, bro, right? And obviously their defensive coordinator is not Venables from Clemson. But if we go out there and we can't move that ball down the field through the air, oh man, that shit gonna be game over, bro. I don't care how good the defense is playing. If we can't move that ball through the air, T2I, bro, it's gonna be ugly, bro.
Yeah, terrible news. We lost to Florida State 9-1. Baseball.
Oh, we lost the series.
Yep. They beat us yesterday 13-1. They beat us
tonight.
Playing
tomorrow, but it don't matter though, right? It still don't even matter.
Yeah.
They won.
I mean, tomorrow game, if we win it
don't matter.
Yeah, really matter, but it's record-wise, it'll help.
Yeah. They pretty much won the series.
Yeah. 9-1, 13-1.
Bro, we ain't. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I remember the last time, bro. At one point, we used to be so good at baseball, bro. Oh my god.
We got 4 rings at it too.
I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. We used to be so freaking good, bro. I mean, baseball went into the trash can. Basketball obviously is in the dumpster. I don't know what's going on with that, bro. Like I was saying earlier, bro. I don't know if you remember, but when that damn Adidas scandal came out about the recruiting and shit like that, bro, we were supposed to have like a top 10 class. We were supposed to land like 2 top 25 kids in the country. And then that Adidas scandals came out and both of them kids decommitted. And ever since that scandal, even though we was not guilty, right? It just destroyed the program. Because since then we haven't been able to land no big top guys. That was like a couple years ago.
Yeah, you get those guys, you start winning games and you build momentum and more, top recruits want to come.
Yeah.
But
that's why I think they got to move on. Even though Coach Hill, he's a good coach, bro, and I know he's getting older, but I think they got to move on for him, bro, because that scandal, it ruined him, bro, for recruiting. It ruined him. But I mean, it's Blake James, so Blake James is Mr. Friendly Man, bro. So he ain't gonna get with
what
nobody.
Blake got to do is he probably got to reach into the NBA. He's probably got to reach in the NBA, get somebody that's been an assistant or something. Somebody with a name that can attract recruits. Put the right coaches around them too.
Yeah.
No, you've got football.
So I mean, look at
right
Deion
now,
Sanders.
If you're an NCAA basketball fan,
Put it right. Deion is the attraction, but the coaches around him is who's helping getting the job done.
March Madness has
Exactly. I mean, he came there and he landed his son, obviously, and then 2 3-star recruits. I mean, that kind of tells you right there.
Yep. He even got the number 1 corner in the country.
Well, again, the season has caused a lot of that. The COVID season.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Did not play as
Man,
many
this
games
game here.
as they would have.
I ain't gonna lie, man. If I knew it was gonna turn out like this, I wouldn't even have streamed this.
Bro, Sam Houston is destroying Lamar, bro. Oh my God, dog. This is disgusting, bro. I'm happy to at least score a touchdown, though.
I'm telling you, Colton for Abilene Christian,
I think they just need to run the clock out.
he is something to watch. I mean,
Bahama said, with COVID vaccines, etc., what are the prospects of full stadiums next season?
I think player wise, if these vaccines are ready for the season, I don't think the players should take it.
Hey, Shop, all right, Shop, man, be easy, bro. Appreciate you being in the stream today, dog. Have a good night, Shop.
Yeah, but I don't think the players should take it. Because when them vaccines, basically what it does, it introduce your body to a lower level of the virus,
right,
and let your your blood cells fight them off,
yeah,
or build up. So when you get hit with the real deal, you can fight it off.
They still have to play.
But if the players take that vaccine, they all going to test positive.
And then again, legitimately, unless something jumps up and bites them.
I don't know. I don't think they should take that shit.
I'm gonna say this.
How about that interception?
I don't think. And I'm speaking only for South Florida, right? Because South Florida is a shit show right now, especially with T2. I don't know if you heard what happened in South Beach, bro, but it's pandemonium down there, bro. Because spring break and all that stuff, and then they had they had that big ass fight and a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on there.
Oh yeah, I seen the beach. I seen the police trying to get them people out the beach and arresting people. I seen a video too where they arrest some kid and they open up the car and let them out.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy. So this is me basically kind of merging my answers to what Obama talking about. So now to April 14th, they have a mandatory curfew down there, right? Obviously, since the kids been down here and all that, we got our damn COVID numbers has went up. Right now, there's all this tracing going on because that beach was loaded for the last 2 weeks. So I don't think we're gonna have a full stadium this season, but I feel going into 2022, and you figure by that time a lot of people will get the vaccines. Even if you don't get the vaccines, right? You can have what they call herd immunity, right? So pretty much enough of the people in the country has the vaccination, and you can slide without having it. I think by that time we'll possibly be able to have full stadiums like 2022, but. And I'm only speaking for South Florida. I'm not speaking for the rest of the country. South Florida is a damn problem, bro. So our numbers is up always. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, see, spring break, we're a main attraction.
Exactly.
Sun's out, ain't no snow, it ain't cold weather.
Chandler went to Colorado.
Orlando packed, Miami packed. All the coastal areas are packed.
Leaving 3-star prospect out of
Ahmad said COVID cases dropped. Yeah, they did drop, right? but I'm speaking on South Florida.
Senior year in
South Florida, especially Miami, the numbers are still going up.
Yeah, they spiking up.
They spiking up. Right? Like I said, I'm not speaking on the whole country. I'm only speaking on the city in South Florida.
Timeout called 8-10.
So that's what I'm talking about as far as full stadiums. I don't think, at least for us at the University of Miami, we won't have full stadiums until 2022. Because by that time,
and that's one of the reasons why many don't want to have audience at the spring game too.
No,
he's not going to risk anything.
No, not at all.
Because I mean, with all the revenue loss, spring game, I mean, it wouldn't make that great of a difference, but it would make a difference to have fans.
Yeah, it would. But again, like you said, it's that risk.
Yeah.
So Bahama said he's trying to think about travel plans for the games. I guess we'll fly in for 2022 next year for the game. Yeah, I mean that'll be your best bet. I mean, listen, I'm not saying you're not gonna be able to come to a game, Bahama, this year. You're gonna be able to come. It's gonna be limited seating, right? But if you talking about you want to come over here and experience how it used to be, I think we're still another year away. To be honest.
Yeah, I got tickets for Appalachian State so far.
Oh, Panama Jack said that's gonna that could raise you to end up these places to get sued as well. Because what are the people that don't want to do it? The ones that don't want to get a vaccine.
I was listening to Uncle Lou the other morning, and he said something that I was like, "That's crazy." That's pretty much the truth, though. Think about it. These vaccines that they're coming out with, they're not going to give you the cure. Because if you give everybody the cure, everybody's don't have it no more. The drug industry is a one shot.
Starting to rotate in.
So basically, you put out the cure, everybody cured, nobody has it no more. You made money one time.
Many of them are in that.
Yeah, of course.
Positions on those depth.
They're gonna
keep it coming.
They're gonna put out probably 3-4 different methods for that drug. Keep buying it. I mean, look at the common cold. If they did have the cure for it, they're not going to give it.
People get flu shots every year, still get sick.
Exactly, because people going to get flu shots. They're going to buy cold medicine. They're going to buy Tylenol and all that other stuff. And it's a constant thing.
Hey, Ahmad, see, West Palm Beach, y'all numbers is not high, bro. Nowhere near high. But go look at Miami's numbers, bro. Miami's numbers has been rising for a while now, and now with spring break and all these people that's flooding down here, it's getting even higher. So that's why I said I'm only speaking on. Let me say I'm only speaking on Miami, since I'm saying South Florida.
See, I'm in Palm Beach too, Ahmad. There's people going out. There's people don't want to stay in their house. The numbers gonna keep going up in South Florida. See, in other states where it get cold, people will stay at their house and try to get warm and cozy. In Florida, you go outside right now, the weather is nice. The weather is nice.
Exactly. Hey, Bahamas, man, you can forget about tailgating this year. That's not happening, bro. Good luck.
If you do, you might have to tailgate with TD Boston under the bridge.
Yeah. You gonna have to go to like a park or something like that. And there's a park not too far from the stadium. Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna try to do
you got to tailgate with the monorail boys.
Yeah, but that tailgate outside the stadium, bro, man, I miss that, bro.
See, when I first started going to games, I used to just go straight to the game. Because I'm driving from here. Normally when I get down there, it's almost game time.
Yeah.
Going through traffic and stuff. It was about 2 years ago when I first actually went to a tailgate. And I'm like, yo, this shit lit.
Oh, hell yeah. Kang's
It's so lit.
Vibe, bro. What?
Then they do the whole the players walk through and everything.
Yeah, the Kang walk, bro. Yeah.
Bruh. I was like, man, this shit lit, bro. I've been missing out on, and I've been going to so many games for so many years, and I was like, I always just showed up game time.
Hey, bro, the only thing with that is, dog, let me tell you something, boy. Them early games, well, that thing will beat you down, bro.
Bro, the sun? Oh my God.
Bro, them 12 o'clock games, and then you go out there and
60 degrees.
you go tailgate like at 10 in the morning, 9 in the morning.
I got a video of me and my daughters.
I mean, again, realistic.
Where we was at the game, bro. I was on the wrong side. You know where the sun hits that one side?
That's on the visitor side.
Oh man, that thing tore us up. Around the end of the first quarter, I was like, all right, we're gonna go through the back and we're gonna relocate. Because there was a lot of empty seats. Security access, hey, you got your tickets and stuff. I'm like, it was on my phone. My phone dead. I just turned my phone off, and when I showed them, I'm like, my phone is dead. But you know, once you in the game, they know you paid to get in, so they don't bother you. Especially there's like 2,000 empty seats waiting for you anyway.
Especially on the side where the sun's at. Nobody don't want to sit over there.
Yeah, and then they see my daughter's face was all red and stuff because she was hot. I was like, all right. We sat on the side, on the other side. I'm like, man, never again. Because I only bought them tickets on that side because it was a last minute deal. It was a last minute deal. I had some company. I had some company that came from Pennsylvania, and I was going to the game that week. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to buy tickets for them too. So I end up, trading back in my ticket and then buying like 6 tickets all together.
Yeah.
But we end up having to be in the visitor section because them was the only seats I could get us all together. Like, never again.
I feel you. Now that U side, that visitor side is terrible, bro. Terrible. I sat over there like one time, bro, and never again, bro. Never again, bro. That sun beams on you, though. Especially if you're going at a 12 o'clock game, bro. The sun is in your face for the whole entire game. Now, at least the afternoon game, like if it's a 3 o'clock, 3:30, then you get to live a little bit, in the second half. But man,
you look at that number at your age.
I can tell anybody if you got visitor seats early game, bring your umbrella. Bring a big umbrella.
A little bit too much enthusiasm.
Hey, Amar got a question. He said, "Why everybody is forgetting about Garcia and Matoka?" I'm not trying to hate on TVD, but we got the quarterback too. Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you for me, I'm behind Garcia. I'm gonna let you know where I stand. I feel that kid is
Garcia too.
Exactly. I feel that kid he's a tremendous talent, bro. And I'm not knocking TVD if he is the guy to go. If King can't go or King get hurt, then obviously we can't do nothing about it, bro. But trust me, bro. I mean,
and my thing too with the Matoka and Tyler Van Dyke thing, I think Van Dyke got to run with the first team, so that's why they seen videos of him anyway. They put him with the first team.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Come this week, Jake gonna be running with the first team as well. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Competition is upon us. You feel me? So it's gonna be go time. I mean,
at the end of the day, they gotta let Garcia compete. There's too many people looking out to see what you're doing.
Of course, bro. This is another thing people don't realize. Garcia, I'm not. Oh, did you hear about Did you hear the interview with Keyshawn when he was talking about Garcia? He's like, oh, that's my boy. He's like, oh man, yeah, I deal with him. He's like, oh, we both West Coast, we both from the West Coast. But yeah, that's my guy right there. He was just like, yeah, man, I talk to him every day. We build and all that stuff. He was bigging up Garcia up, Keyshawn.
Sam Houston, please.
Everybody know what it is, bro. To be honest. Everybody knows.
I think the realest thing I've seen in all of those interviews is the Don Chaney when Street asked him about his dad.
Oh yeah.
Man, that was dope.
A couple of nice moves. Yeah,
that's why I rock with Sugar, bro. He don't be asking them corny ass questions that the rest of the media be asking.
Man. Corny question award go to Susan Miller.
Man, Susan needs to retire, bro. She's terrible. She's the thing is she every freaking interview I heard with her, she's always trying to instigate, bro.
For the finish line.
See the instigate part, it's always a COVID-19 question.
Yeah, COVID-19 on instigate. Oh, so I heard TVD look good.
Shows somewhere else.
Yeah, we all heard that. Now ask him something that we haven't heard yet.
I swear, when Susan comes on, bro, I just shake my head, bro. I can't stand her, bro. I never will, and it's never gonna change, bro. I can't stand her, bro. You know who I do like, and I don't know why they don't let her do no interviews. Christy.
Oh man,
I like her. She's real.
I follow her on what you call it on Twitter.
Yeah,
she always has the insight,
and she has good, like, you could tell she can ask good questions.
See, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to information, like right now, I could trust her information. And when it comes to recruiting, like talking about recruiting and stuff, I always, hit up Perry. Hit up Cole Perry.
Oh yeah, he know about the recruits.
He stay on top of it. I had hit him up last week about doing a show, but he was like he wasn't gonna be done with classes until like I think 8:30.
Oh damn! Oh, he's going to school?
Yeah, I was gonna like have him come through to do the recruiting updates and stuff like that. Top guys were going out there and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you should definitely get Cole on the show, bro.
Yeah, he been on a few times.
Yeah. You need to get Brad on the show.
I tried to tell Zoe. I tried to tell Zoe that like last year, like when he was like, I don't really do recruiting. And I remember one show he was asking Anthony if Anthony know anything about recruiting, can he, study and come on and talk about it? I'm like, bro, Cole Perry, one of your best friends. That's who you need to talk to.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Cole.
That's what I told him. I'm like, when he finally brought Cole on, I'm like, that's the guy that if he tell me we getting brown sugar tomorrow, I'm gonna come on here and tell y'all we getting brown sugar tomorrow.
You know who you need to get to? Who knows about recruiting too? Flo.
Yeah.
Mommy Flo.
Yeah.
He know a lot about recruiting. He goes down and he go to these high school games and stuff like that. Because I was on the show.
He used to be with Rival too.
Yeah, I know. He had a show the other day. And I always be going back and forth with the recruits because he know a lot about like the high school, the South Florida kids. So yeah, that'd be somebody good to get on the show too, bro.
Yeah. In the near future, I plan on doing some shows. I hit him up the other day too when I did the show on Thursday. But he didn't get out of work until around 8:00 because I hit him up that morning.
Oh, okay.
So he's trying to if you're not busy, come on. And he was like he won't be done. Because I told him 7, he's like, he won't be done with work. He won't get out of work until 8.
So, okay. So you got to do something late with him then.
Yeah. I mean, like, some of the shows that I do, my timing is why I don't have other people on. Because even Coach Hayes, me and Coach Hayes talk on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
There's we could do some shows together, but it's just the timing be off. Because most of the time when I go on, these guys, they probably at work or probably getting on their way home. And with my situation, I got to be at work at 5:00, so I can't do shows too late.
Yeah, I already know.
And sometimes I got to look at the schedule and sometime and say, okay, 6:00 is open, nobody's coming on. I might look at it and okay, Paul is coming on at 8. This guy's coming on at 7 and stuff.
Look at Sundays now, bro. Sundays, bro. It's Sunday ain't nobody used to get on. Now Sunday you got Coach Hayes come on, you got Brad come on, and who else? You got somebody else come on Sunday. It's like 3 shows on Sunday.
Yeah.
And they be overlapping each other.
Yeah, normally on Sundays I do the 4:00 college football all together. Not just Miami.
Right.
So I'm gonna continue to do that because I remember Sundays used to be just Junior and the Big Dog at 11.
Yeah, I'm surprised we still ain't get Junior and the Big Dog back. I mean, they was on Zoom show, but I'm surprised they ain't come out with nothing yet. I haven't seen nothing with them.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on either. But during them Sundays, it used to be they come on at 11.
Yeah, I remember.
I'll do the 4:00 college football show.
They would come on before the Dolphin game. Cause I
Yeah.
know they Dolphin fans, so they used to come on right before the Dolphin game.
But Sundays, once the FCC, once these FCS games finish and college football get closer, we start getting some information from all the other teams. I'll start back doing up that show. I want to do it like where I host it with AR and Golden
CJ.
Blue dude.
Oh, Golden Blue.
And then I'll have probably have Turn Tally on, Pope on, those guys that represent they teams.
Yeah, I'm about to say, bro, I'm surprised you and Pope ain't doing no more shows together, dog. I think y'all boys should have like a show together.
Yeah, when Florida State play Miami during that week, I'm gonna do shows with Pope. I'm gonna do shows with Pope, and the aftermath of the show, me and Pope will talk, logically, and then I'll do the trolling show with Turn Tally.
Hey, I want to say Lamar said that he ain't gonna lie. He want to see Sam Brooks on the field.
I wanted to see him last season, and
we all want to see Sam Brooks, bro. He ain't the only one.
Because I even made a highlight for that dude after his game against LA Tech. When I saw
Sam Brooks a beast, bro. Oh my God, Sam Brooks is so raw. And the funny thing is, this is the funny thing about the Sam Brooks situation. We almost lost him, right, in recruiting. Like, we almost lost him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we legit almost lost him. Like, and that was going to be such a huge blow. And now he's been here, and he ain't on the damn field.
That's
crazy.
Crazy to me. Because I thought him and McLeod, I thought McLeod would have did way better than he did.
Bro, McLeod got too damn big, bro. If you look at McLeod when he came in, bro, and you look at him now, bro, he got so damn big. I don't know why. He never used to be that big.
I mean, even look at Cameron Harris last year.
Cameron got big too.
Dude had he had a photo out where he was shirt off, showing his back and all. I'm like, damn, dude don't pick up so much weight, muscle wise. But still, as a running back, too much muscle means you ain't elusive.
Nope.
It's easier for guys to grab onto you.
That's true.
I think I'm ready for that.
But that's why I told CJ this year, like what I wanted to see out of Cameron more was less thinking and more running.
Yeah.
Because I remember that one game, I forgot which game it was, when he took off up the middle. He didn't even look. He didn't even think about nothing. He just went straight up the middle and just busted wide open. I'm like, I was on the phone with CJ. I'm like, that's the shit I'm fucking talking about right there. That's it. Run without thinking. I was like, this man is a freaking beast, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Run without thinking.
You know what happens with him, bro? He tries to dance behind the line, and it never works out for him, bro. All that dancing behind the line, bro. And the thing is, we don't, bro. You can't dance behind the line with the way our old line is, bro. You're not gonna make a move and then see a big ass hole open up.
There's a lot of
we don't got no line like that. At least not last year. Maybe, hopefully this year he'd be able to. We got some big old holes he can run through, but bro, once you do that, man, our old line is only able to hold up for a couple seconds, bro, before it just crumbles down to the ground.
That's that one game we played when I went live. I think Coop was not doing good and he couldn't do it, so I did a live game.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I think we won that shit by 1 point. I think that was a Virginia, the Virginia Tech game, one of them. And I was like, see, that's why I can't do this shit live. I can't do these games live. OG was in the chat telling me, man, T2, why we won? Why you pouting? I'm like, bro, you don't understand, man.
Yeah, bro.
The expectations is so high, and then for us to do what we just did, it's like, come on, bro. other teams and you watch other teams blow them out. The same teams that we blowed out, we watch them blow them out.
Other football games played in the Southland Conference.
That's true.
One of them teams, we beat Pitt, and then Pitt went out and blow that team out that we just barely beat by a point.
Back after that loss.
Oh, don't remind me about that, man.
I would
Them guys are like, calm down, we won. No, it's expectations, man. We gotta, as fans, we can't just. I mean, I understand it's a win, we take it, but we gotta expect better.
Between those two teams.
Or Florida State beats UNC, but we get demolished.
Oh man,
right? I mean, it doesn't make sense with us, bro. Like
going into that game, I was like, no chance in hell we losing this.
That was embarrassing, bro.
No chance in hell. We just watched them get demolished by Florida State, and then they made a comeback on Florida State.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Florida State was killing them.
Hey, Ahmad, the only way we're gonna get a top 10 recruiting class, bro, we gotta finish strong. That's why we haven't been closing out good on recruiting, bro. We fumbled at the end. We just fumbled.
I mean, if you factor in Cody Brown right now, we got a top 10 class.
Yeah, that would be as of right now. I'm talking about can we finish with one?
Yeah.
Right? Can we finish with one? Because remember Al Golden asked, we used to get all these kids, we used to get all these boys in the beginning of the year. And then soon the offseason comes, it's a wrap. These dudes be out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, can we be able to close out the season strong? You know what I'm saying? Win a bowl game. Or beat Clemson in the ACC championship game. Can we do something to where the kids that are kind of like iffy, they say, you know what, I'm gonna rock with Miami. I'm gonna stay.
Yeah, that's the question. I just hope Manny don't get out coached by Matt Brown this season, man. Because literally, they're probably the only ACC team that's gonna stand in our way. And I do believe the winner out of that game, that's the team going to the ACC championship.
Oh yeah. Hey, Kendall Ellis said, play design causes the running back to hesitate. I hate the zone read 30 times a game. Cut that back to 10 to 15. Yeah. That's true. That's true too, bro. But at the same time, Cam has been this way since he was at Carroll City. This is nothing new from Cam. Cam was dancing around in the backfield at Carroll City, bro. So this is not new from him. This is a habit that he's been had. And because he's so talented and more talented than a lot of other people, he's able to do that and get away with it. But at this level and with this O-line, nah, bro. That's not gonna, it don't work. I mean, but we did see him kind of break that though. Going into the season, like what was it, the middle to the end of the season? He wasn't really dancing like that.
Yeah. Man. That's all I know is we come out, knock out everybody, get to North Carolina, finally get over Matt Brown, ACC championship. Clemson will be the test. This season, man, I got a lot of expectations, but I'm trying to hold back on them.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, dog. If we could just win the Coastal and beat Clemson, I don't give a damn about anything else, bro. I don't care what losses we have in the season, as long as we have enough wins to get to the ACC championship game and win. That's all I care about, bro. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, we worried. Oh, you just worried about ACC championship game and it's bigger than that. And nah. It's I'm tired of that damn monkey on our back. Of that, we've been in the ACC now for 15 years now, I believe, or however long it's been, and we still haven't won a damn championship. If we can go win the ACC, dog, we go beat Clemson. We go beat Clemson and we lose a bowl game, I wouldn't even give a damn. How about that?
Bro, I'm telling you, man, I want to get that monkey off our back so freaking bad.
I'm
That's
tired of that, bro.
That's the biggest troll talk.
Biggest.
When it comes to trolling, y'all been in the ACC for so long. Y'all ain't never won the ACC. I mean, look at what Lou even said. Oh, even South Carolina got an ACC championship.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. He not lying. He ain't telling a lie.
I wish during that whole sanction shit that we was going through, I wish our golden ass didn't do nothing. Didn't self-impose nothing. Because that one year when they let Georgia Tech go, we were supposed to go.
Yeah, we let Georgia Tech go. Yeah, I remember.
We could have won that shit too.
Yeah. Yeah. But who knows what sanctions could have hit us though? I mean, if we didn't apply by them.
Yeah, we basically self-imposed them shit, not knowing what was gonna happen. But I just want to get that monkey off our back.
Yeah, I definitely want to get that monkey off our back as well, bro. We got to. And that's what I'm saying. This year is the perfect year, bro. This year is the perfect year.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull up a video because I watched it and I found it interesting. It's from 247 Sports and they was talking about recruiting, and I was like, that's exactly how I feel. Pull up a video. They might copyright for this one, but who cares?
It's a Canes 247 video.
Yeah.
They might not copyright you, bro.
Oh, they'll copyright.
Yeah.
They'll copyright.
247 like that.
All of them like that. Use a bit of their content, they will copyright the crap out of it.
That's
it's not a strike, but whatever revenue they want, all the revenue. That's why most YouTubers won't do that. They won't play stuff from other people because see what happened with the whole copyright situation is there's two different levels. Well, there's three different levels. There's the copyright where it doesn't affect your channel, but any revenue made off that video goes to them. So if I use 10 seconds of your content,
they get your whole
I did a whole hour video. If I made $1 off that video, that dollar is going straight to them. Not a cent of it will go to me. That's level one. Level two is a strike.
Okay.
Where I use 10 seconds of their crap. They see their content in my video. They strike it. They basically kill the video. The whole video gone. YouTube give you a strike. And you probably get some penalties with it where you maybe can't do live stream for a month or whatever.
Okay.
And then there's the next level to it where they block it in certain countries and certain areas and stuff like that.
Okay.
Or they might block it worldwide. They might not strike you, but they'll block it worldwide. So you might as well delete the video because nobody can see it anyway.
Damn.
So yeah, it's some crazy levels to the copyright stuff. That's why most video makers, when you look into their comment section or into their description, it'll say, the fair use law, whatever.
Right.
Or they'll put their contact information. If you got a problem with this, contact me and I'll take it down or cut the part out with you in it. Because when I get copyrights, I got options. If they don't strike it, I could cut out the segment. I could cut out the parts where I had their stuff in it.
Okay.
But see, like we're in a 3 hours and 30 minutes live right now.
Right.
If I play their content now, most likely whoever rewatched this video is not gonna sit through it for this long.
Hell
so they
no.
probably won't ever get to it anyway. So when they do that, I'll just cut it out. But let me put this on right now. Let me show you what he was saying, and basically I agree with him.
It was a recent video?
Yeah. March 15th.
Bud Elliott, who works for us here at 24/7 Sports, he does a feature called the Sunshine State Scorecard. And the concept of this is very basic. It's just how much blue chip talent that comes out of the state of Florida from the high school level is staying in Florida. Now, for the purposes of this exercise, we're going to exclude IMG Academy in Bradenton because that's where a lot of kids from all over the country come to finish up their high school career. And it's kind of like a football prep academy. And so we exclude IMG, but the kids from Tallahassee and the kids from Miami and the kids from Tampa, Orlando, how many of those kids are staying in state? The ones who are rated 4 and 5 stars, so the true blue chip kids, how many of them are staying in state? And I firmly believe that not only is this exercise fascinating, but it extends well beyond just being a nice little checkup of how good Florida and Miami and Florida State are doing. I believe this is the key to really unlocking that elusive parity that a lot of us are looking for in college football. This is the key to it. First things first here. So the trends aren't good. They're not good for Florida or Florida State or Miami. I don't think this is a surprise, even if you're just a casual follower of recruiting. So Jesse's got a couple of graphics here. The first one we're going to throw up is just kind of showing you a 4-year trend of what's been happening with the 4 and 5 star talent.
Yeah, so basically what he does in the video, he break down, how many kids stay in Florida, how many kids, move out of the state, percentage-wise, where they go, where they land and stuff like that. Basically, why Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, and those other teams are thriving. Basically saying that if Florida State, Miami, and Florida were to keep some of these kids in state, these championship games would be different. Playoff situations would be different.
Of course.
You'll see some different teams in there. Upsets will happen from, Florida to Alabama, Georgia, you name it. So he basically broke it down for all three. Why the three, Norvell, Manny, and Mullins, why they got to do a better job recruiting the state of Florida and keeping the talent from, overpouring into other states. Because right now it's basically robbery.
It is robbery. I mean, look at that kid that Alabama got from down here.
I mean, it was a video out after the national championship. I think it was like 4 or 5 kids from the area was talking about how they came home and won a championship. How they came to the city of Miami and won a championship. I mean, shout out to them for winning a championship, for being in the state of Florida, and for winning. But at the same time, for teams in the state of Florida, that's kind of like a slap in the face.
Yeah, it is.
Because y'all stay home, y'all could have been celebrating with the home team.
Yeah, but we all know another reason why they going, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Let's be real.
The bag.
It's the bag man, bro. You heard what Rush Prop said. Georgia pays allegedly $80,000 to $150,000 per blue chip per 5-star. So I mean, we can't afford. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna speak on Miami and Florida State. The UF, I can't. Miami and Florida State don't got no bag man, bro. We can't come out here and cut 150. We can't tell a kid from down here and say, "Hey, yo, bro, I'm gonna shoot you this Charger or this Challenger. I'm gonna drop you a couple payments." We can't do that.
Oh, we heavily watched.
Exactly. We can't do that.
We heavily watched. Half of the kids from Florida, all these other teams been studying them and been recruiting them so bad, so they probably know their parents' freaking salaries and everything, bank account, everything. So they show up with a brand new car or something. The whole NCAA looking at where are these payments coming from? How did they get this? What the down payment? All that shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's why you want to talk about why we losing these blue chip players, because they getting checks cut. Let's be honest.
I mean, look at South Carolina. Remember that incident when the kid got beat up or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And then they started. I was doing the show and Zoe came on, and I was bringing up the kids that was involved. The 13 kids that he said involved. I think 12 of them was from Florida. And I'm looking like, damn. Even the kid that transferred to Florida State, Jamie Robbins, he was a part of it. I'm like, you got 10 to 11 kids out of the 13, that's from Florida. That's right here in our backyard that went to South Carolina. What the hell is in South Carolina? Somebody please tell me what's in South Carolina.
Burger King bags,
Florida.
Wendy's bags, McDonald's bags. That's what's
other than a bag, what would be there for a kid from the state of Florida to want to go live in the neck of the woods or on a barn? What is
listen, you know how our kids are down here, bro. Let's be honest. We know how our boys is here. Boy, they see a bag, they gone.
It's gotta be the bag. I can't find no other I can't find no other reason. It's gotta be that bag.
That's what I'm saying.
So when that stuff come out like that, I'm like, I could see it being true.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I can see it being true as well.
Not only that, when Buddy told, it's not like he was telling somebody, he was interviewing with somebody or anything like that. No, he thought he had a friend. He closed the door and was talking to him.
Hey, Ahmad, the same way we lost Patrick Surtain, son. The same way we lost Joe, that's in Alabama. I mean, same way we lost what's that kid, Tyson over there at UGA. I mean, bro, a lot of that has to do with as well as the coaching.
Ahmad, when you get some time, go on the Florida Gators football. Go on their YouTube page, click on the Swamps, and watch them episodes, and you'll see how we can lose a kid like Jason Marshall and all of them.
Yeah,
you'll see what the quality videos and stuff that Florida's putting out. I've been watching them, and I'm like, I'm not a Florida fan, but I can't hate the quality of videos that they putting out and showing the kids the behind the scenes and talking to the coaches and players and everything in practice, showing the practices. That shit goes a long way. We in a social media era. We're in a social media era. Kids are on YouTube all day. They're on YouTube all day. They're on Instagram all day. They like that. They like that technology stuff. Kane's All Access seem like they're out of the loop. We got some old guys.
And think about it like this too, Amar. When we talk about why we losing Jason Marshall, UF puts cornerbacks in the NFL, bro. Let's just be real. I mean, put your hurricane hats down, bro.
Yeah,
UF puts DBs in the league.
When you look at that, you got to ask yourself, DBs wise, elite DBs, who have we put in the league? Recently.
Nobody.
Who have we put in the league? And what are they doing now when they do?
Artie Burns is probably like the biggest corner within the last I don't know how many years that we put in there, and he's pretty much an okay corner in the NFL. That's it. We outside of that, bro, we not putting nobody in the league, bro. We're not, and that's another thing. We're not developing these kids to be prepared for the next level. You get what I'm saying? We don't even have these kids ready to play college, right? So I bring up Patrick Surtain's his son, Patrick Surtain Jr., because Alabama had a plan for him. What he was gonna do while he was in Alabama, what they're gonna do for him to develop him to be in the NFL. This was all the stuff given to his father, and obviously his father helped his son make the right choice to go to Alabama. Because if Patrick Surtain Jr. comes here, let's be honest, is he Defensive Player of the Year? Is he gonna go in the first round of the draft? Let's be honest. We saw what our corner's been looking like. We see what the teaching has been down over here. We can't even teach these kids to turn around for the ball.
And most of the kids nowadays, if you ask them, what you going? If you're a recruit, what you going to Miami for? Defensive end, tight end,
that's it.
And recently safety, because Ed Reed is on board now.
Yep. And not just that, Jaquan Johnson and Sheldrick Redwine are both doing well in the NFL. So that's it. We put two good safeties in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So safety, DN, and tight end. That's it.
Ask yourself other positions, wide receivers. Who are we putting in the league now? Who's done anything in the past couple of years?
Nobody. You got Braxton out there that's trying to crack a roster. Well, he's out there in Buffalo or whatever. So I mean, he's you know what I mean. He's decent, but I mean, he's average receiving league.
See, running backs, we coming up too. Because even though we're not putting the greatest running backs in the league, we're still putting them in there, and some of them are having a little longevity when it comes to career.
Yeah, DJ Dallas and Travis Homer.
Lamar Miller.
Yeah.
Then you got, Frank Gore still in.
Frank Gore, 20 years strong.
So as a recruit, as a running back, you got to look at it. Okay, they got Edrin James and all these guys. McGahee, Portis, running back wise, we'll get a ton of them to go to the league. So a lot of running backs can consider Miami, but when it comes to them DBs, we fell off that market.
Bro, we can't land these kids, bro. Can't. Like, we just can't land them, bro. And it's sad because think about this. Y'all think about this for 1 second, right? I'm gonna name 4 cornerbacks that we lost from 2016, 15 to now. 4 corners. I'm gonna tell you right now, we lost Joshua Jobe, who went to Alabama. We lost Hendo, who went to UF. We lost PS2, Patrick Surtain Jr., who went to Alabama. And we lost Tyson Campbell that went to UGA. Now think about this. We had 4 both those 4 was in our pocket and we fumbled the bag. Right? Think about that. 4 top kids.
Not to mention getting trolled by Dixon.
Exactly. But just imagine if we would have landed. I'm not even gonna say all 4. Just imagine if we would have landed 2 out of those 4. What that would have did for us at the corner position and for recruiting going forward. But we can't land these top DBs, bro. We can't. And all these kids I'm naming, they all going to the league, bro. PS2 about to be top 15 pick in the NFL draft this year. Hendo's playing in the NFL. Job is going to come out after this year. Tyson, I think Tyson is either coming out this year or I'm not sure if he's into the draft this year or next year or whatever, but still. Well, I think this year. I mean, bro, how can we if we can't? And these kids are from the crib, bro. They from the crib. They from here.
Man, we're gonna have to pick this conversation up another time.
Now I don't want to, bro. This is depressing. I don't want to pick that convo, man. That shit's depressing, bro. That shit gets me upset every single time, dog. It's depressing.
I need to get something in my system. This liquor's starting to make my eyes feel heavy.
All right, man.
All right, y'all. Hey, I don't know. Maybe next week I'll do a show if we have any good quality 2-minute videos or whatever information they hand out to us this week.
Oh, you gonna get some info. You already know the Curry Brown info is gonna be going crazy every day. Right, a whole bunch of stuff gonna be coming out.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna hang it up right now, man.
All right, man.
All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy, man. Everybody, y'all have a good night.
All right, everybody be easy, bro. All right, Teacher Wild, man. I'll holler at you.
All right, bro.
Yep.